What's going on, YouTubeites? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box presents the CovrPrice Shakers of the Week. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, everybody in the live chat. Welcome as we shake things up.
Shake it up.
Don't be bad. Don't feel bad if you only get 5 out of 10. I started counting off. I started off pretty well, and then it just went downhill real fast after that. So don't feel bad if you don't have 7 out of 10 or something like that. But while you guys are congregating on this beautiful Thursday afternoon, evening, Falcon Winter Soldier's Eve, you know what I need? I need some long train running. It's been a minute since I had some long train running, huh?
Hit it.
Let's do this.
I'll start. 1, 2, ready.
Where would you be now? Where pistons keep on turning and the wheels go round and round and the steel rails are cold and hard and the mountains they go down. Without love, where would you be right now? Without love.
Thank
Nice.
you,
That
DJ
was
Scratch Bastard
sweet.
from
That was
Toronto,
awesome.
Canada. Also, shout out to DJ Chris Carnes throwing it down with a little
Nice.
long train running. Welcome to the longest intro ever on YouTube.
Gotta let them
you know.
congregate. Gotta let them congregate.
Hey, man, when I started that, there was 40 people in there. Now there's 87 people in there.
There you
so,
go.
you
Damn.
know, you know, for-
1973 that
little
came
mood
out.
music.
Yeah,
I have that Doobie Brothers album too, man.
so do I. Good stuff.
Yep.
Come on, this
China
is
Grove.
unique. This is unique to this show. No one else lays down the beats on Tuesdays and Thursdays like Lords of the Long Box.
Ever since 2015, I've been
That's
putting
right.
beats and comics together, man. So you know what I was thinking about doing is getting
I mean,
DJ Curse and and Word Burglar on live and have
Yes.
him freestyle over DJ Curse's scratching and beats. Now that would be hype.
That'd be fun.
Hype.
Comic
Wow.
book, let people throw it out in the chat. Like what?
Yes.
You know, the
Wow,
comic
Ken
book related
Lashley is
shit.
drawing a piece of art. So we got the whole
Ooh.
Canadian and Cali connection. You know what I'm
Man.
saying? But hey, boys and girls, welcome to the Cover Price Top 10. Say hello to Darkside Jedi.
Hello,
Jedi, say hello to the
hello.
people.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Happy
Otto,
Thursday.
say what's up to the good people.
What up, good people? Good to see everybody tonight. Can't wait.
Say what's up to everybody. JB from Discovery Bay Comics.
How you doing, everybody, man? Welcome to another edition of the Shaker Show on Thursday night. You know, the show that is unlike any other list on YouTube. Sit back, relax, and get ready.
That's right. Our show is sponsored by our friends over at CovrPrice.com. This comes focusing on new sales or the most interesting sales found on their exclusive daily Shakers list. This list changes several times a day, so make sure you check it out every day to review some of the hottest trending books on the market. Go to CoverPrice.com. You can sign up for 2 memberships. There's a standard membership, $2.95 a month. Only $2.95 a month. You get unlimited price guide views, but limited collection size and limited content access. You don't get to see all 50 of the daily movers and shakers, but the unlimited membership is $6.95 a month, and you get unlimited access to it all. This show is all sponsored by our friends at Caribous Comics. Go to Caribous Comics. Use discount code of LOTLB to get 15% off. This motherfucker that's dropping Friday,
Nice.
tomorrow,
No.
9 a.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, KRScomics.com. Use that discount code, you get 15% off. This is the trade dress, and this is the virgin variant. Who the fuck is that crazy crab symbiote?
I don't know.
Lobster.
Scorpion,
Oh,
too.
Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion. I was like, who is the
other world
crustaceous
there.
guy? So there are 2 wraparound covers. So this is Mike Mayhew. It says after McFarlane. So these 2. This is the trade dress. This is the virgin variant going on sale tomorrow. I think it's 50 for the set and 20 for just the trade dress. So
Pretty.
you know how they go. They sell out quickly. But if you use discount code
Seconds.
LOTLB, you get 15% off. You also, they have a cool pull box at Kara's Comics where you can get every single book that you need for on your weekly pulls, and the discount code there works out too. So if you're buying a lot of new comics, 15% can make a difference. And I'm getting called from work.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I don't recognize that number, so you've been banished. All right, boys and girls. So, also this is on there. This is on there. Some really cool stuff.
Sexy.
All right, boys and girls, let's get right to it. This is the comic book shakers of the week. We picked out some very, very interesting ones this week. So I will monitor the live chat to see how you guys are going. But the first few are pretty easy, man. What are we
Got a
starting
little
off
super
with?
sticker there. Got a little super sticker.
Yeah, well, number 1 tonight
Oh,
is...
shout out to Mo Mellow Leather for the $1.99 super sticker. Thank you very much, Mo Mellow Leather. All right, go ahead, Ryan.
All right, yeah, the first one tonight is Amazing Spider-Man 606 and 607, the newsstand editions. J. Scott Campbell has covered many various Spider-Man covers over the years. Even more so, his name is almost synonymous with Black Cat, who's been the central figure to many of his covers. It's almost impossible to remember a time when he didn't draw Black Cat. However, his relationship with Black Cat started with these 2 covers, which sell raw for 50 plus. These predated his famous Spider-Man Presents Black Cat number 150 variant by a year. Despite being highly sought after for 12 years now, it's today's love affair and premiums on newsstands that landed these 2 books on this week's newsletter. A newsstand for number 606 sold for $160 raw, and a CGC 9.6 for 607 sold for a hefty $1,005.
So there's a bonus one this week. So I snuck in an 11th one. So really, this is Amazing Spider-Man number 607 and 606.
Okay, it's a twofer. But
That's
check
right.
your list for 2009 newsstands. What is the ratio on those?
Good question. I don't. Are these variants? I think they're the regular colors.
I don't know.
No?
It said newsstand, right? Newsstand edition.
Well, yeah, newsstand as opposed to direct stand. But
Well, that's
this
what I'm
is,
saying. Your
yeah.
list.
What
your
year?
newsstand list. 2009.
Oh, this is
2009.
this is super rare. I could already tell you right now.
rare,
This is
come
super
on,
rare.
man. Oh, yeah, you're talking
2005,
Wow.
dude. It was 2%
That's
versus
insane.
98%.
Yeah. 1.5%.
2009
Crazy.
newsstand is super, super rare. So that's why those are. I mean, if you think about 2009, what fucking newsstand were you buying these from? Right? Where were they? I mean, I want to know. I want to go and find that. So it's like these and the Ultimate Fallout number 4 newsstands. Those are really ridiculous. And I started collecting all these because I really like the J. Scott Campbell covers for Spider-Man. Not so much the internal art. He kind of he feminizes men a bit. You know what I mean? He draws beautiful women. I don't think he quite knows how to draw dudes. You know what I mean? But J. Scott Campbell is the man. So first up on the list is a twofer. Amazing Spider-Man 606 newsstand and Amazing Spider-Man 607. There you go. Snuck one in on you. So there's going to be 11 this week, boys and girls. So make sure when you're counting them off, there's going to be 11. All right. The next one is I don't know if anybody has this. I'd be shocked if you did.
All right. Are we ready for this? Next up on the list, we got Diary Secrets number 26, originally published in 1954 from St. John Publishing. Now, usually when we're talking about Matt Baker, it's because of one of his famous Good Girl art headlight covers, you know, like Phantom Lady 17 or 7 Seas number 4.
Oh, yeah, those.
But that's not all he's known for. Golden Age collectors also love to track down the numerous romance covers he drew. And that's exactly what we saw with this record sale this week. A raw copy of Diary Secrets 26 sold this week for $2,236, which beat the prior record of $1,680, you know, by about $550. Now, that prior record was for a graded CGC 5.0 copy. And while this book was ungraded, it was advertised as a 7.0. Now, if it manages to hit that grade with CGC, it would tie for the highest graded copy on the census. Books that are on the top of the CGC census almost always command a significant premium. So you can see why there was quite a bidding war to pick up for this copy. Now, while Diary Secrets 26 has become very expensive across most grades, there are other great covers in this run that are much more affordable. So keep your eyes open if you're looking to add some Matt Baker to your collection. Almost all of them sport both Matt Baker covers and interior art.
So this is how my dyslexia kicked in this morning when I was creating these graphics, and I was also a conference call at the same time. So not only did I read the title wrong, but I looked at the animals wrong. I actually thought it said dairy secrets, and they were cows.
Oh my goodness!
So
Well,
I
was noticing her hands look like I don't know. There's something weird going on.
No,
there.
But I was thinking dairy secrets. Why are those fucking cows on there? And
Dairy
then I
secret.
took a second. Oh, they're horses. Why are they still dairy secrets? Oh, it's diary secrets. Yeah, I have my dyslexia is the worst with
Got worse.
It's worse with numbers because I deal a lot with numbers, and so I really have to pay attention because a lot of our stuff that at work is like at least like 8 digits long for certain things that I do. So a lot of times I'm like, man, wrong one. I'm like, but there you go, Dairy Secrets number 26. Well, excuse me, Diary Secrets number 26 from St. John Comics from 1954. If you have that on your 2021 bingo card, where did you get your bingo card? That's a weird ass bingo card
from 1954.
Yeah, speaking of weird ass bingo cards, this next one is a weird one too.
Yeah. Look at this. Lady Killer number 1 from Dark Horse in 2005. When it was announced back in 2019 that Netflix closed a first look deal with Dark Horse, Lady Killer was a book that spiked the most in price, with Raws hitting $50 and 9/8 hitting $130. While prices have fallen with no new news, they started moving again with a Raw sale of $72 and the CGC 9.8 this week of $215. So, don't know if you got this one. I don't.
I don't even remember this being.
I remember
optioned.
seeing this. Yeah.
I mean, this week has just been crazy as far as comic book news.
Lots of news.
I mean, just tons of stuff dropping. I mean, from DC, Zatanna, Tokyo Ghost. I mean, casting for Dr. Fate, which should have been huge, but unfortunately got smothered by people complaining or talking about the Snyder Cut.
You assholes.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge news. I mean,
huge news.
Pierce Brosnan as Doctor Strange. I mean, that's pretty damn cool, I think.
Yes, me too.
Because Marvel and DC both nailed it on the head by casting other sorcerers, right? Get an English guy, and there you go. So it works out great. Yep. So Lady Killer, number 1 from Dark Horse Comics in 2015, rears its head on the list for the first time ever, dare I say. I'm so glad I got this book at Bakersfield Comic Con. What is it?
Here we go. Number 4 on the list. Macross, number 1. This is a Comico.
Macross.
Macross. Sorry.
It's all right.
It's my Midwestern accent. This is a 1984 publication, and it has been 3 years now since we've heard any news on Sony Pictures Robotech film in
Long
development.
time.
Yep. However, that hasn't stopped steady and healthy sales. In fact, this is one of the best Gap books found in the market. GAP is that
Ryan,
an acronym?
what is a Gap book?
That's a good question. I don't know if
Well,
I've
if
ever
you
heard.
read the notes, they'll tell you.
All right.
I was setting you up. It was called a segue. Ryan,
Gap
what's
book.
it?
Oh,
Let's try
yeah,
that
here
again.
it is. Yeah, okay.
Let's try that
Okay,
again.
Okay, take two.
Take
Okay.
it. Fine.
Ryan, what's a Gap book?
Well, a Gap book is when graded 9.8 sell for exceptionally more than a high grade raw.
Ah.
For example, this week's high grade raw sale of $40 and its CGC 9.8 sale of $995. Not many books have had that high of a return on investment, and high grade copies are a must grade.
Yeah, so this is I am on the other end of the Gap on here because I have a raw copy. So and my raw copy is not near a 9.8, but I'm glad I did get this. This is one of those things that's in forever development. I just don't know how. You got to think it has to be a giant, big budget. It's space. It's
Huge.
it's mech. I mean, it's got a huge following. I don't know why they're not doing it, man. People would just, but obviously, I don't think calling it Macross won't help work in the U.S. If they call it Robotech and release it as a
Yeah.
film, that
Yes,
would
for sure.
that would
Yes,
definitely
if it Robotech, it would blow up. It'd be
because
huge.
Macross is actually the entire Macross saga that all the different generations of Robotech go through. So, beloved. I remember as a kid coming home. So, like, I remember in 5th or 6th, 7th grade, there used to be afternoon cartoons. And that was when G.I. Joe, Transformers, and anime used to show, right? The morning cartoons are more for kiddies, but, they used to show Macross. They used Macron 1, Mazinger Z, Captain Harlow, Space Battleship Yamato. Oh, man, it was so great.
I remember, the only one I remember from back then is Transor Z.
That was dope, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kids ain't got shit.
Yeah,
nowadays.
we had
Sorry,
Voltron. Sorry.
Yeah, Voltron. They're pretty
Voltron
cool.
was tame compared to these, though. The
Yeah,
true, like,
Robotech
macro-
was
yeah.
very aggressive.
Yeah. But there you go, man. Macross, number 1 from Comico. Good old Comico making a list. All right, if you thought that one was weird, wait till you get a look at this one.
Oh, this is the ghost
This is
book.
crazy. Are you guys ready for this? Man, this list is great. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fruit of the Loom Premium.
Oh, my God.
1, originally published in 1994 from Harris Comics and Fruit of the Loom. Now, many Power Ranger fans consider Sentia number 2, an Antarctic Press fanzine, as the first appearance of the Power Rangers in comics. However, it's this Fruit of the Loom promotional mail-away mini comic that actually holds the honor.
Wow.
Good
This
Lord.
issue was only available with the Fruit of the Loom Power Rangers underwear packages. And man, due to this, it's immensely tough to find. In fact, this book isn't even on the CGC census. Not even one copy has been graded. With 51 bids, a rare raw copy hit the market and ended on a massive $1,913 bid. Remember,
whoa.
this is a mini comic at 3 3¾ inches by 5 inches. So if it's out there in the back issue, it's probably hiding below your visibility.
1,900 for a raw comic.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
when I first read this, I was like, "Who the hell is putting comic books in men's underwear?" And then maybe they're like Power Rangers underwear for like Fruit of the Loom or something. If you look, so it was even hard to find a good copy of this. But if you look at the bottom of the cover, it says "From Fruit of the Loom." So 1,900 for a raw copy. Sure, the person, every fandom has its like diehard fans, right? Be it Power Rangers, Voltron, G.I. Joe, comic books, or whatever. So, I'm pretty sure fans of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, this is like the grail for the comic books.
Do you
You know what I
think
mean?
they're wearing Fruit of the Looms under their spandex?
Oh, definitely.
Well, Ryan, we know you are.
Yeah. Brian has his Super Friends underoos on. You know,
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
right, man.
Tidy whities, you know, crazy.
The
ass.
Wonder Woman ones.
Oh, those are, yeah. Hey, have you seen underoos for adults and the women wearing them? Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, never mind. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Fruit of the Loom Premium, issue number 1, from January 1st, 1994, hitting a raw sale of 1,913 bonards. Good Lord have mercy. All right, next one on the list is one that most of you may have, actually.
Most of them, this book is a ghost. My God, if you have this book, you're a baller. This is Siege number 3, J. Scott Campbell, the Deadpool edition from 2010. Now, listen to this. This rare sale for this elite Deadpool variant by J. Scott Campbell sold a CGC 9.8 this week for a new high of $3,050. Now, if you recall, this variant had significant requirements to obtain a copy. For those who wanted one, retailers had to send 50 Marvel copies of DC's Blackest Night number 1 to get a copy. Not many did so. This practice ended after Marvel did it again 6 months later with Wolverine number 1 from 2010, when this time they asked the retailers just to rip the covers off. Oh my God, all these coverless comics of various Marvel titles, which infuriated fans and various creators whose books were destroyed. So there's a few different stories about this book, so we'll take the story as the facts.
So that's kind of trolling in a way, right? It's almost like 50 Cent trolling Ja Rule by buying out the first 50 rows of his show so nobody would be allowed to sit there. But that was back when the two had good fun back and forth at one another, you know what I mean? But damn, I didn't know that either, that they had to do that in order to get it. But all I know is it's rare. Any Deadpool pop culture, hip hop related variants, right. they always do well, man. It's all and man, J. Scott Campbell making a big appearance on this week's top Shakers list, right?
Yeah, 3 of them so far.
All right, next up on the list is I think I have this. I have to dig.
From Jake Scott Campbell to Adam Hughes.
I don't like
it's gorgeous.
Spider-Gwen Volume 1, Number 1. This is the 1 in 100 variant. So when Edge of Spider-Verse number 2 first introduced us to Spider-Gwen, the character seemed like a joke, to be honest. Let's be truthful. For about a week, there was so much Spider-Gwen heat that it warranted her own series. This anticipated new series came with 29 variants, one being this 1 in 100 Adam Hughes cover. This cover was actually a fan commissioned piece of art that Marvel slightly tweaked, adding Spider-Gwen to the left-hand side, though it was a missed opportunity to replace the jacket she was holding with the Spider-Gwen costume, in our opinion. What's that?
No, go ahead.
Oh, at the time, fans considered this repurposed art as lazy. However, it didn't change the fact that it was still a gorgeous piece by Hughes. Time has proven it to be hard to find and sought after. This week, it had 2 new sales, a 9.4 sale for $500, and it had a new high sale of a 9.8 for $750.
That's amazing because we always talk about how variants recently have been holding their value more so in the past, but I would say 1 in 100s, 1 in 500s, 1 in 50s have a tendency. They kind of, can test, time. Obviously, if it's a first appearance or first issue, you're even better off doing that. But I remember when Spider-Gwen came out, there was a ton of variants. I also have another Adam Hughes one where she's playing the drums or doing some shit. It was some comic shop in Connecticut or New Jersey that had these variants for him. I also have the Phantom. Remember the Phantom variants? I have the Phantom variants for this. And, it's similar to when you think about Gwenpool. Like, people thought that was a joke. Oh, people lost their damn minds.
Yeah, I was pushing for X-Gwen.
Oh.
Because that's kind of like a play on words, but they never did it.
Well, there's so many things now. There's Venom Gwen, Carnage Gwen, and all these other kind of crazy things. But, I mean, this one is just gorgeous. This is
That's a great cover.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is it's old school Gwen Stacy. That's what it looks like. It literally looks like Gwen Stacy out of the Spider-Man comics from the Silver Age and Bronze Age, or that's what it looks like to me. So I mean, that's why it's such a nice homage. I mean, she even has the go-go boots from the '60s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's sexy. Too bad the man can't
sexy.
draw. Too bad Adam Hughes can't draw interior art, but his covers
Yeah.
are fantastic. But there you go, Spider-Gwen Volume 1, issue number 1, the Adam Hughes 1 in 100 variant. Just to think how many out there, Jesus, for 1 in 100. But Spider-Gwen continues to get hot, man. All right, we haven't had zombies on the list for a while, especially the Shakers list. What do we got next?
All right, next up on the list, we've got The Walking Dead number 116, the third print, originally published in 2013 from Image Comics. Now, this third print is one of those rumored books that makes you wonder if it even existed, right? However, reminders like this week's sale of $1,399.99 for a CGC 9.8 proves its existence. Essentially, these were uncirculated printer proofs that Image mistakenly sent to a comic shop in England for a Charlie Adler signing.
Really?
Unknown how many exist, but the number is most likely below 50.
We almost have to put quotation, mistake in quotation marks. You know what I mean? It's like, so wait a second. You're telling me they accidentally did this? Come
These
on,
were
Robert Kirkman.
uncirculated- Yeah, right.
Robert Kirkman accidentally did this, just like how he did that video where he accidentally had this crossover with his new comic. Come on, Robert Kirkman knows what he's doing. He's a comic book collector, man. He knows exactly what he's doing. So, very interesting. I didn't know this thing was in existence, to be honest with you. A third print. Does anybody in the live chat who's a big Walking Dead fan, is there any significance in issue 116? Is there a death? Is there a first appearance of in the Walking Dead 116?
Is a key for any reason.
Yeah, it's all. I know it's part of the all-out war where somebody dies or something happens. Or else why would there be a second print?
They
let
kill
alone
some
a-
zombies. I don't know.
Yeah. Why would there be a third print, let alone a second print for this? But there you go, man. You know, I Walking Dead got me back in collecting comics when it came back out because people were talking about it, and this is before the show came out. And I was hooked, and I started reading, and I started getting like 20, 30 books a week, and then it was all downhill from there. And then I ran out of room. But there you go. Walking Dead issue 116. But it allowed me to pick up stuff like Tokyo Ghost when I found out that it got options. I was like, hey, I was pulling all Image number ones when Tokyo Ghost came out, so I was happy to get that information. If Hollywood keeps on picking titles from that era, I'm set because I have all those books and I never sold them, man. Black Science, Chrononauts, We Stand, that Canadian book where the Canadians fight against Americans or whatever, all those weird books. I have them all. All right, so Hollywood, do it. All right, Walking Dead issue number 16, the third print, the mysterious third print. All right, next up is a oldie but goodie.
Oof, we like to talk about this when you can't afford the first print, the first appearance, or the second appearance, or the cover appearance. You go after this, the first miniseries, Wolverine number 1, iconic Frank Miller, Chris Claremont, 1982. Among many iconic and influential Frank Miller covers, the art of the first Wolverine solo title series from 1982 stands out. Each of the 4 books in this limited series features a different portrayal of Wolverine, showing distinct aspects of the character. This week, the first issue sold for $1,000 for a CGC 9.8, an all-time high in this grade. Comparing this first solo title series with other Wolverine keys, like the first cameo and first appearance in Hulk 180, 181, 182, the third appearance in GSX1, or the fourth appearance in X-Men 94, this book is way more affordable. No surprise there, but as those other key Wolverine comics hit astronomically high prices weekly, it makes sense that collectors increasingly look into this miniseries to get in on for Wolverine. As one of the most recognizable comic covers from the 1980s, as a landmark work by Chris Claremont and Frank Miller, and is also the first cameo of Yukio. This book does have a lot going for it. This book is the bomb right here.
And Yukio made her appearance in the Wolverine movie, correct?
Correct, absolutely.
The little sidekick. I mean, that was good old samurai
She was badass.
Wolverine. Yeah, I remember seeing this like one of the first miniseries, and I keep on debating after Contest of Champions, this is the first solo miniseries from Marvel.
I think you're right about that.
Because after that, you had like Punisher. I mean, you had Jack Hearts. You had all kinds of crazy miniseries. This was like almost a test to see. Hey, I have that Hercules series, by the way.
That's a good
West
one.
Coast, yeah. It's great. What's his name? Hercules, Prince of Power. Yeah.
Yep.
What's interesting is I almost thought this was like a test from Marvel to say, hey, these characters we can't quite give them their own solo series yet because 1980 there was not a Wolverine series even close yet, but the character got super popular. So I'm wondering if there were test markets where like, well, let's put out these mini series and kind of tell these little story arcs. Let's see where we go from there. And sure enough, it was a smash hit to this very day. There's still mini series and then maxi series. If you think about it, 12 issues. I wonder if Crisis of Infinite Earths is the first maxi series. Trying to think because Crisis is 12 issues, right?
Right. Crisis is 12 issues. Secret Wars. What came out first, Crisis or Secret Wars?
The live chat will tell us. We
Yeah.
ain't got time to research.
No.
Come on now. We're just here to show you pretty pictures and numbers, man. We ain't got time to research. All right. Wolverine #1 from September 1982. 335 for a raw comic. And very soon, one of the winners from our from the 6,000 subs giveaway will get a Wolverine #1 9.4. I am mailing them out tomorrow. I went to the post office today after back-to-back meetings, and I was like, I'm going to go mail them out. And I saw the line at the post office wrapped around outside. I said, fuck that stuff. I'm going back home and taking a nap. So I will mail them out tomorrow. Even though the post office is right around the street from right around the block from my house, nothing worse than standing in line with like boxes and boxes full of comics and trades that are just like, you know what I mean?
Prepay and have them pick them up from your doorstep.
That's true. Yeah. I'm too lazy for that too, man. But anyway, I don't have a printer. I have a printer. I don't have ink. I mean, the ink cartridge costs more than
You know
printers
what?
do,
If
basically.
you didn't have peanut butter, you wouldn't have jelly.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's like anytime my printer runs out of ink, I just buy a new printer because it's cheaper than buying the ink cartridge.
Yeah,
right?
good point.
All right. Last on the list, boys and girls. What do we got?
All right, last but not least, this is a good one. X-Men #11. This is the pressman issue. So this is very interesting. Have any of you X-Men fans played the 1992 Uncanny X-Men Alert Adventure board game by Pressman?
What?
Ooh, no, I have not.
Yeah.
I've heard of it, but I have not played the game.
If not, apparently you weren't missing out on much, as it rates only about 6.1 out of 10 on BoardGameGeek.com.
Wow. Shout to BoardGameGeek.com.
Yeah, there you go,
Did not
there you
even
go.
know they existed.
But that's not why we're here. We're not here to rate board games. We're here to talk about what came with the game. Pressman included a free limited edition comic with the purchase of each game. Depending on when you bought the game, you would get variants of one of 4 comics.
Now that's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
X-Men 11, Uncanny X-Men 297,
I have that one.
303, and 307.
Wait, Otto, how did you get that when we talked about it last time?
No. I did not do that. I didn't buy the game to buy it. I bought one of the Pressman books a while ago at a con, a couple of years ago. Yeah.
All right, go ahead,
The
Ron.
gold cover. Yeah.
So you might ask what the difference of these about the variants are. So all have the same cover art as the regular editions, but the X-Men 11 has a silver background and the other books have some gold coloring either on the background or in some other part of the cover art. Per the knowledgeable folks at recalledcomics.com,
Yes, they are.
all but Uncanny X-Men 297 were available either in the box or via mail-away voucher. Issue 297's variant was supposedly only available via the voucher, and as such can be tougher to find. Regardless, having such a limited distribution comic variant means scarcity, which in turn leads to higher prices than the non-variant counterparts. Moreover, high-grade copies likely come at premium because they could have been damaged in the box or mishandled by kids playing the game. As evidence of this, while a CGC 9.8 copy of X-Men 11 regular cover recently sold for an all-time high of $280, an X-Men 11 Pressman in CGC 9.8 condition just sold for its own all-time high price of $850.
Damn.
Yeah, the other
Press
Pressman
that,
variants.
man. Press that, man.
Yes, press that Pressman. The other Pressman variants go for similar premiums, so be on the lookout for those silver and gold covers.
Wow, I had no idea.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of 189 people opening up eBay looking for Pressman board games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
That's if I've listened to her or heard what you said correctly, this issue was only available through mail-in.
Through
right?
mail-in. Mhm.
So, which is even harder to get. But can you imagine the other ones, kids that are buying it for the board game and they just look at the comic like whatever,
yeah.
throwing it off to the side and. But if you read the tea leaves, man, this is where collecting has gone. It has gone to, you know what, newsstand, direct stand, whatever. But where else can I find comics? Like in the back of a Marvel Legends action figure, in a board game, all these in Fruit of the Loom fucking underwear. So I mean, it's just seeing
DVDs.
people are saying, you know what, everybody knows about these. What can I do to find something that's even more rare or rarer? Or if I said that correctly, but. It's that time of day, boys and girls, where we look over on the CovrPrice website and see what's shaking today. Oh, I didn't log in. Hold on, man. Let me log in. Before we find my password.
Yeah, so the chat was saying Secret Wars was the first that came out before Crisis.
Yes.
So that very well could be.
Great knowledge from the chat. Shout out to the chat
So-
tonight.
so
Once
that's the
again,
thing.
the chat
Oh, go
coming
ahead.
strong tonight. And you guys, if you haven't already, please take a moment and hit that thumbs up for us because we're having a good time on Thursday night, as always, going over that Shakers list. What did you got? You're gonna have a hot take. Give it to it. Give it to
All right,
me.
here we go, man. Let's see what's shaking today. Happy Falcon and Winter Soldier starts in about
Yeah,
5
go
and a
back
half
and
hours.
watch
Yep.
our episode from Thursday.
Oh, Tim, there's your book, ENIAC.
Well, that was on our top 10. So there you go. It went from number 1 all the way down to number 8. So I expect next week's going to be gone. But this is what we came here for. We came here for the Shakers. So if you have a full-blown membership, you'll see 50 a day. If you pay for the minimum membership, I think you'll see like 10 a day. And I don't mean to show off, but I have 3 of the top 6 right there.
Oh,
Giant size Hulk and a Tomb of Dracula, but man, I sold this actually to get my Strange Tales 110. But you know what? I'm a big Doctor Strange fan.
You got to
But,
do it.
You know what? Look at that, dude. Oh
That's
my
gotta be
god.
30 grand.
Amazing
for a
Fantasy
3.
15. You know, this is used to be on my list. I'm priced out now.
Yeah, priced out.
Whatever this raw comic is not real. I mean, but
man.
highest known ever. I think this was during the Heritage auction. Do you remember the Heritage auction? 795,000 for a 9.4.
Maybe some celebrity or actor or something.
That's got to be.
Yeah. So
Nicolas
there you
Cage.
go.
Nicholas
man.
Cage got all drunk and he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, give me that bug." How much
No,
is it?"
it's nouveau riche collectors is what I like to
My
call
goodness.
nouveau riche, or but maybe they've always had money, but now they're getting into the collecting world. Because hey, what is that NFT stuff that people are using to buy shit with?
Yep.
Talk about. Well, they're doing it to buy art now, like art, like Van Gogh art, that type of art. So. My prediction is in the next 10 years, there will be a comic book cryptocurrency. Mark my words. It's happening. It's going to come. Somebody is going to come and everybody's going to jump on board with it. Basically, comic books will be currency and you'll be able to go onto some type of forum and trade and buy and sell. It have to be slab related, right? Because how are they going to tell you what raw comics are? But there's going to be some type of market price where they price values on comics and people will be able to trade them like stocks to get comics back. Oh my God, that's a great idea. Maybe we should do it.
Yeah.
Good.
You're on the phone.
Trademark Lords of the Long Box.
Welcome to the Lord of the Long Box Comic NASDAQ. What do we got today?
Oh my God. Is there
Yeah,
a previews
I'm
92 on this
We ain't
fucking
going to talk
list?
about that. Let's talk
Get
about
the fuck out of here.
I don't want to talk
You know
about
what, though?
certain
Can you
books
take-
because they tend up showing up on the Shakers list next week.
You know,
So
I don't want to be total spoiler, but the final book that I'm going to be revealing as part of my investment is going to be in Avengers 1. You don't mind taking a look at that, do you?
sure. Is it on here or you want me to look it up?
It's on there.
Ooh, I saw
Avengers
the
1.
Shazam.
It's right there.
That's a good book to own. I'd like that. That's a great book.
Where is it, man?
Yeah, I
Hold
just
on.
pulled the
Here we
trigger
go.
on it, but it's at a grade that it hasn't had a sale in that grade. So on my spreadsheet, if you guys are following the series, I'm upside down basically because the current comp is just not there. But I think the
What
next
grade do you
sale-
have?
I just bought a 3.0.
Beautiful.
Well, you don't have to tell us. Well, a 0.5 just over 1,500. So I think that book has legs.
26.50.
What
Shipped.
you bought a 3.0?
3.0 for 26.50 shipped.
That's a good price.
Well, let's look at
Yeah,
3.0s.
you say that, but there wasn't a comp that.
Yeah, well, the last one sold in February for $25.50. So the thing about Grails like Avengers 1, X-Men 1, Fantastic Four 1, I mean, you kind of have to throw GPA out the window a little bit, right? I mean, you stay within a certain range because they just don't come up for sale that often. And if it's something you really want, go out and just spend the money and get it. You know what I mean? Because that may be your only choice to get. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people get caught up on GPA too much. Well,
Nope.
GPA is only good as it's the sales that happen, right? And certain books just don't get to come up for sale. So sometimes you got to pull the trigger, because if you don't, somebody else will. And then what will you have?
Empty hand, just
Well,
like I
that too,
do.
but-
I missed out on a Marvel Family #1, first Black Adam.
Here you go. Well, speaking of which,
I've never forgiven myself because it was a 3.0, it was gorgeous, and I got outbid at the last second, and I've never
this
been
is
able
very
to recover.
topical, actually, because part of the giant news dumps this week from Warner Brothers was The Rock said he was reading a script and he said they're going to start filming in like 3 weeks. And I do believe Helen Mirren is going to play Hespera. Is that her name?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's for the Shazam movie. That's not even for the Black Adam movie. But the news of Black Adam is going to start production and filming in 3 weeks is probably what spurred this. So first appearance of Black Adam, I'm assuming the Silver Age appearance of Black Adam.
I had a 9.6
That
of
sells
this.
today. That
Did
sells
you really,
today.
Ryan?
I did. I sold it like
This seems
3 years ago.
This seems very undervalued to me. Like
It
The
is.
Rock is going to be playing him on the big screen, and 9.6 doesn't seem,
I think DC keys are all undervalued right now. So
Yeah.
don't go out and buy them because I'm gonna. So
because The Rock is going to be.
I'll buy them.
Forget what you hear about
I've already
the
got 'em all.
Snyder, the Snyderverse. The Rock is going to be the one that pushes DC's universe going forward. He's got the Justice Society and all the
and
other
he's got
characters.
clout, man.
Yeah, I mean, and The Rock wants to play Black Adam as an anti-hero. He doesn't want to play him as a villain straight up. You know what I mean? Did you read?
Well,
the
he
did
is.
you-
He's an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He turns in. There's a comic run called 52 where he actually is a more of a hero than a bad guy.
right.
Shout out to my Sil Abdul, who only appears whenever I mention the Snyder Cut. He's like Beetlejuice if I mention the Snyder Cut. Go check out my man Sil Abdul, man. He does Snyder Cut content like 4 times a day, man. If you want anything to know what's going on in the world of the Snyder cult, the Snyder Cut, check out my man Sil Abdul.
Ooh, I have that Living Vampire book.
Let's take a look. See,
Not a
Ryan.
9.6 though.
I do believe this is the first time Blade and Morbius met in the comics.
Yep, I
although
think
it
so.
won't. Typically, by the way, CovrPrice doesn't really note those. They'll note if it's a key or due to a first appearance, but if it's like a first cover appearance or if it's a first meeting ever, I think the first meeting may be this or in a magazine. I'm trying to remember. Hey, I didn't research this. I'm just guessing. Correct me in the live chat if I'm incorrect, because that's what you guys are here for. Ooh, I just burped up lunch. That was, it was pizza. Really good pizza. 9.6 so far, $1,000. This book was nothing near $1,000 before, but man, I'm really glad I got the Blade. I mean, if Morbius ever comes into the MCU, that would be amazing. Hey, let's take a look at this Wonder Woman. We'll give DC some love since my man Sil's in there, although I don't think he reads DC Comics. I think he just watches
the
Snyder
Dr.
Cut.
Fate one right below it.
Oh, we're gonna get to that too.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta get.
Wonder Woman #9, dude, from 1944. Look at that. 1.8 for a cool $1,000. I love these Wonder Woman covers.
Yeah,
I don't know
they're
what it is.
awesome.
I don't know what it is. The way they drew her, very kind of 40s pinup hair. You know what I'm saying? But I remember
Very
what
cool
we
cover.
always say about DC and yellow covers. Like yellow was a prime color. If you notice early Superman covers, they were all yellow, right?
Oh, and all the Wonder Woman ones too.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
the early ones.
Yeah. So let's take a look at this All-Star Comics.
I mean, Batman #1 was yellow.
Yeah. I think
All
it was
those
an
books
easier
were
color
yellow.
to mix or something like that. But what is this? This isn't the first Justice
No,
Society.
no. I was talking about the Justice
The one below it.
Justice League of
No, I
America.
wanted to look at this too because I think it's just all the peripheral comics that are involved with the Justice Society people are picking up. And I mean, this is All-Star Comics #12 from 1940. This is even older than that Wonder Woman book. So you got a raw comic sold for $979. Ooh, I wonder what the all-time is. Ah, not even that high.
Man.
Not that high.
But 8.5, hard to find in high grade. All right. Oh, Ryan wants to talk about this. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
yes, I
showing,
do.
showing shit off.
Yes,
so
I do.
this is the first appearance of Justice League of America, right?
This is the first Silver Age appearance, right? Of
there is
Justice
no-
Society.
Oh yeah, this is when Justice Society comes and meets the Justice League.
And so technically the first appearance of, well,
There
there
you
you
go.
go. There's
We had
characters
this
right
on our
there.
long-term spec list when we knew about what the Rock was
First
doing.
Silver Age appearance. Let me get
Yeah,
that
so
straight.
first Silver Age appearance of Our Man. By the way, Our Man is getting a solo film from Warner Brothers. Dr. Fate, who is just cast as Pierce Brosnan, is going to be playing Dr. Fate.
That's awesome.
Icicle, who I have no idea is Wizard, and Earth One first named. A 4.5 for $270. That's nothing. But smacking the hammer down on the 9.8, 32 grand.
Yeah,
from
the one I posted on Instagram is not a 9.8.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
over a
if you
year
could-
ago.
if
That's
you could
over a
find
year
this,
ago.
If
With
you
the
can
news
find this
now,
book, grab it. This book I still believe is undervalued.
They're
but
all
now-
are. Any DC book right now is undervalued.
But I think now that they announced they're doing an Hour Man film. By the way, they didn't say which Hour Man. So I doubt it's going to be the one because Hour Man is on the Stargirl series, right?
Yes.
Yes, I'll answer that for you guys because apparently you guys don't watch it. But that's a kid, so I have a feeling they're going to go with a different because there's different iterations of Iron Man or Hour Man, Iron Man, Hour Man. So that's like Hour Man is what I call my sex life. I'm good for it all the time.
Yeah, the 2-minute man is what I heard.
Oh, 2-minute man. Hey, now you're getting personal. This book is interesting moving too because if you didn't see, there's a super, super violent trailer for Invincible that shows you the tone that they're going with on the new Amazon. It's going to be on Amazon Prime, right? The Invincible series. Yeah. And it is bloody. I don't know if you guys have ever read the comic, but it is not. It is Robert Kirkman, like bloody Robert Kirkman. First full appearance of Invincible and first appearances of Omni-Man and Titan. What the fuck is a 0.0? I have no idea.
0.0.
It's got to be a typo. 9.8 for 2,500. That seems about right. I mean, we'll see what happens because in the past, prior to 2020, 2020 is going to be like the new BC AD line, right? Prior to 2020, animated films did not really move the needle on comic properties, right? Either did TV shows, but with HBO Max, Disney Plus all that has gone out the window. Spider-Man into the Multiverse of Madness. So it'd be curious to see now that when something comes out in 2021, 2020, on how it'll move over. But good to see Craven on there. This looks gnarly, dude. It looks he's doing something wrong to that kid. He is doing something wrong to him.
Check it out. Chilling.
Yo,
tail.
what is that? Oh, I thought he was holding his. No, never mind. At first, that's what it looked like, but that is the stuff of nightmares anyway. So this is Chilling Tales issue number 13 from 1952. $7.99 for a raw comic. I've always told you guys, pre-code horror is the way to go, man. Anything pre-code horror. I have a feeling there's going to be a resurgence of pre-code horror as new collectors getting, and make no doubt about it, there is new money being put into the comic book collecting world. And they've made videos about it, specifically from the card collecting world coming over. That's why I don't know if these prices are inflated. I don't want to say it can cause a crash. I don't want to, because I think the industry had already kind of built a good base on it already. I mean, if you look at stuff because the card people started getting into this probably the last 2 months or so, right?
Yeah.
Or the last month or so. But 2020 is when we really start prices, and we saw the year of Miles and the year of Punchline, right? I mean, so, I think we are in a better place as collectors buying that we could sustain people coming in and causing inflation of prices. I hope so. At least I hope we're a big enough community now where we could sustain that, where in the 90s, there wasn't that thing to happen. We didn't even talk about the biggest news of the day was Marvel getting a new distributor.
Oh my goodness.
But Diamond is going to be a reseller for them. So Diamond's going to be the middleman, but they're going with, Random Publishing?
Random Publishing.
Random House, which has decades worth of publishing experience. So it's not like this. It's comparing that to what DC did would be apples and oranges, because DC basically went with Midtown Comics to be their distributor, which was the comic book shop. Whereas Marvel is going with somebody who's already been distributing comics. So, there's that. So, hey, look at that. More of my stuff. I'm just saying my stuff just literally.
But that's Star Wars number 2, Tim.
Yeah,
first appearance of Han Solo,
like
and Chewbacca.
Everybody, right? Yeah, Obi-Wan too, or is he?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, Chewbacca.
Yep.
We've always said this book is highly
Undervalued, but now it's
undervalued. Well, not anymore. I remember my Star Wars 9.6s. I could only sell them for $350 each, but now they're like ridiculous. But $741 for 9.6.
That was yesterday.
All time value was on not too far ago. 10 days ago, it was $4,000 for a 9.8.
I got 2 candidates, baby. Come on.
Let's look at this.
I do. I got
let's-
2 sitting there.
I got
So let's
you.
look at the 35 cent variant. I believe is the rare one, right? That's the
Regular 35 cent. Yep.
yeah. No, I guess this isn't it. Or I guess it is.
9.4 for 35 hundo.
Wait, maybe hold on. I was looking at this one. Yeah. So this is the regular cover, 30 cent. The 35 center is the, then they also had a Whitman variant, the UK
Those
price
are 30,
variant.
30.
Yeah.
Whitman 35, but the 35 square is what you're looking for. 35 square.
Yeah. All right. Look at that. Good old concrete, man. Look at that. Dark Horse presents number 10, first appearance of the Mask as Mask with a Q, how our Canadian friends would spell mask. Yeah. So remember earlier we had that other weird comic with the mask on it that looked like he was homicidal? Or do you remember that? It was on our top 10 or was on the Shakers list. Well, this is the actual first appearance of the Mask, the same mask as the one on Jim Carrey's The Mask. $750. This is the same one, right? This is the Jim Carrey version, right? The Mask movie with a super hot. What's her name? Oh, she was hot in that movie.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. Oh yeah,
so hot in that. 9.8 sold for $750 yesterday. Wow. And nothing's really happening with the Mask. This is just a nostalgia buy, right? I mean, people going out and buying it. Plus, these are super low print run, man. Dark Horse Comics presents. Come on. But there's gold and then there hills. All right, boys and girls. I mean, that's it. I'm pushing you guys for an hour long. I don't want to pull too many off here because these may end up being on the list next week. But if there's anything you want me to look up, guys,
Well,
I can
this
look
is daily,
up
so it'll change.
Yeah.
Unless
Anything
it
else you
doesn't.
want me to look up?
No,
All right. You're boring, Ryan.
saw everything that I wanted to see, man.
All right. In the live
But we
chat,
got it. We can't give the whole thing away for free.
Yeah, come on, man.
for $2.95, you only get to see the first, I think, 6. Or for $2.95 a month. For $6.95 a month, you get to see all 50 of them.
So now $6.95 a month. Let's break that down. We're talking about like a Vente, right? We're talking Vente.
Yeah, man. I don't do
Cup of
Ventos,
coffee.
man.
We're talking
I'm that
about
dude
the
that goes
big
in
cup of
I'm that
coffee.
dude that goes into Starbucks and asks for a large.
Yeah, no, my wife. He spends 6 a day on Starbucks.
So-
So yeah, that's
So
a
people
deal.
always ask, what's the difference between movers and shakers? Well, shakers are single comics that hit a really high price. Movers are quantity.
Schmovers.
Schmovers. Yeah,
Schmovers.
schmovers. So that's why if you look
Units
beneath there, it
sold.
doesn't have single prices on it. It has units
How many?
moved. And you could tell here, I mean, a lot of this reflects
45.
from our top 10.
Absolutely.
And you can kind of see how Berserker 37, Ultimate Fallout number 4. Damn.
It's not stopping. There's 3 of them on this list. It's not stopping. And it's
Why
incredible.
is
I'm telling
Machine Man selling so much? What is the spec on this, boys and girls? Somebody in the live chat, tell me out because there's that's why it's good to have this tool because when you see, I should have looked. Anyway, by the way, this indicator means it's a hot book. And when there's a key next to it, it means it's a key issue. But somebody in the live chat, tell me
why
why
is it hot?
why is this book moving? Because 35 units sold for no reason at all.
Yeah, that's
Here we go. It's from my man Sil Abdul. This is Zack Snyder's. Look at that. That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, that's cool.
Didn't this recently come out? This is the Snyder Cut variants that came out.
the Snyder Cut variants. Yeah, there's 2
Yeah.
different Snyder Cut variants.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Look at that. They even got Aquaman look like Momoa there. Although that does not look like Martian Manhunter from the movie. I'll tell you right now.
Dude, those memes are hilarious, man. So, you miss both fights and then you say, hey, I'll be here for the next one. Get the hell out.
Yeah. Then he tried to shoot Superman with a missile. What's up with that? Anyway, highest known value a couple days ago, man. $102. Oh,
What the?
got it. Hey,
Ooh,
well,
that's cool.
if you didn't know, there's a Snyder Cut black and gray or black and white
good
cut. You can watch the movie without color now if you wanted. But this looks cool. This looks. I
That
wonder
is
if. Yeah, $16. So if you want it, so these are all the variants for it, by the way. So it looks like they did a black and white one for all of them. How cool was Flash going through time?
That was
Right?
look. There was nothing that I was upset about.
I will say between the Amazon scene and the underneath the Gotham Harbor scene, it was a little bit long. The parts with but
the character development put into it just.
but the
Development,
finale,
exactly.
the final battle was much better. I mean, Superman was just throwing. Oh,
Yeah, he
Look
is
what
just
I
throwing
just
balls.
showed this.
6.
137
Oh,
now,
my
boys and
goodness.
girls. This is gorgeous.
You have a copy of that, Tim?
Came out last
I
Wednesday.
sure do.
Does he have a camel toe?
Came out last Wednesday. Unbelievable.
You know when they first drew Silver Surfer, when John Byrne drew him, he had Speedos. If I remember it. I mean, it kind of looks like, and now he just doesn't wear anything at all. But I can remember at one point, I think when John Byrne was drawing him, he had like Speedo on. I have this one too. This is that spec for Falcon Winter Soldier. Ultra Mega. Is that Ultraman?
Yeah, I think it is. I think Marvel's going to do something with them.
No, this is Skybound.
No,
So this is
it's
Kirkman.
kinda-
Oh,
Yeah, so that's something else besides that. So so you get a kind of idea what people are buying. I mean, if you go down the list, it kind of gets lesser and lesser. But Alien, look at that, 20 units sold. X-Men Days, that's hot. Rom, people picking that up.
Rom,
Angela,
Love it. Angela.
Angela's always on this team.
Proctor Valley Road, never heard of it. This is dope. I love this Swamp Thing cover. Swamp Thing has some really cool covers, by the way.
Hey, you just
see, I
had
can
one
add
of
it to
your
my thing. But look at that. Very Spawnish, right? All the Spawn covers.
that's cool.
Yeah, that is dope. Non-stop Spider-Man. The King in Black. Poof. Is this the last issue now? For the longest storyline ever drawn out? Hey, look at this.
A blue
This
one.
has got to be the third print. So the first print was black. The second print, I think, was red, right? And then now this is the third print, which is kind of blue. $45 for a raw. Not bad at all. Your boy Domino. There you go. Is this the... this is X-Force 11. Never mind. A lot of people buying that Zack Snyder's Justice League variant. Look at that. This one with Last Ronin is still picking things up. Star Wars Actions, Venom. We shall see after tonight. Come back and check the movers list to see.
Tomorrow's going to look a lot different.
The fuck is the difference between these two?
Go, oh, what?
His
Yeah,
head
after the
showing.
Falcon Winter Soldier. I wonder what
And
the.
one.
One's first print, second print.
Yeah.
Oh, where's it?
First print, second
Oh.
print.
See his
Can't
head's
his
cover. His
his
head
face
face is
Ah,
covered.
check out the big brains on Brad.
You own 2 of them, Tim.
It's
How do
line
you
up
not know?
though. That white.
I don't know.
Pacelli
Yeah,
is
I don't have the
I'm
second print,
all
though.
over it. I'm all over that white Pacelli one, man.
Yeah, this is the second print.
That one.
Shh, I just want to rub this in on Auto.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I knew he was going to stop there.
Yeah,
DeMarco
really.
Dejurvic 1 in 25. $3,351 for, get this, an 8.5 auto.
0.5.
Yeah, I don't acknowledge it. It's in the past. You know, I
love
live
Auto. He goes, I do not recognize that. It happened in my past. I only look forward.
Yes,
All
I
right.
move forward.
Only forward, never back.
All right, boys and girls, that was it. That was the
work.
shakers of the list. I hope you guys had fun looking at it. You can sign up for cover price, $6.95 a month. Everybody here has a full membership, and they would tell you once you go down a rabbit hole, you'll stay on that thing
all
for
day.
an
Okay,
hour
dumb
at a
question, you
time.
guys. So I was brought up to learn that you don't take toys out of boxes, but since this has a comic book in it,
Take it out.
I need to take it out.
Take it
You
out.
do it. You need to get it sent to CG.
Take it out right now, matter of fact. I'm
You're
going to
not
highlight
reading
you.
this list? Are you kidding me? That comic book is rare.
Which comic is
It's
in there?
121.
Oh,
Spider-Man
it's a-
121.
Right.
I highlighting you right now. You want to open it live?
No.
He doesn't know what to do with it. He doesn't
I
know.
don't.
He's gonna-
I don't know. Look,
he's
it's
gonna
going
perplex
against
over this.
everything I was brought up to believe.
Exactly. Yeah. So
That's
right
the idea.
Open
now,
that fucking box.
if your Marvel Legends toy is a key issue, like a first appearance or first issue, open
A
it.
better Ray Bill.
because- Yeah, open it because apparently that's the thing. I mean, Otto has his Thor 337. All of my Marvel Legends are just filler issues, which pisses me off because I'm just leaving them in the box. So I was like, because I have every Doctor Strange toy that came out, I try to get for the Marvel Legends ones, and they never ever put in a Strange Tales 110 reprint in there.
Oh,
Bastards.
Right? Motherfuckers, man. All right. Thank you guys all for joining us and hanging out for silliness. And you probably got bored of me watching us go through, but just some of the stuff that you can go through for you sign up for a cover price and you get I every time I get a new slab, I add it on there. I add my raw books. Right now, I haven't updated as much as I should have. Right now, I only have 1,200 books in my collection in there. 116 of them are slabs. So almost less than 8% of my collection in here, but I won't tell you how much they're worth because then I don't want to rub
no,
it
you
in,
don't want
know.
to.
Any last words, JB?
Oh, you know I got some stuff queued up here. All right, first up, if you have not already, dude, hit the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss the next time the Lords goes live. And if you don't haven't checked out my channel, shout out to Hunter's Issues. You are now entered into the Sony PS5 giveaway, and you too can get yourself an entry simply by commenting on my top 10, which is just what I'm reading list. And I blew past that first 10K, peeps. Check out my latest video where it's actually 20K. I've only spent 13.9 of it so far, and there's still one more unboxing coming, but this is the second unboxing, and I pre-opened everything so that it went a lot smoother. So go ahead and check that out. There is a spreadsheet at the end summarizing the entire purchase. I will be comparing it percentage gain-wise to my investment in the stock market. So look forward to that. Yeah, we're good. TiVo's,
Tim,
you're muted.
yourself,
TiVo,
buddy.
you're muted. TiVo, you muted yourself. Come on now.
I was so impressed by that. I had to mute myself because
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching
Oh my God.
So, like I said, man, comic books are going to be a cryptocurrency in the future, man.
Oh, shit.
If you know, so there you go.
I
Any
just
last words out of
I
Ryan?
just went on eBay and bought a Marvel Legends Fantastic Four #1 with comic. So we'll see if that one gets any play.
How much was it?
$30.
Boom!
Beautiful.
There you go,
Beautiful.
dude.
Well,
that may
that's
be the
like-
only way I can get my FF1 and X-Men one.
Yeah, right. There you go. Nice.
Because there's, like I said, there's not many. You would think that every toy would have like a key issue in it. It's not the case on the Marvel Legends toys. So you have to
Right.
kind of go through it and make sure. I would
Gotta
also
go down
say
a
make sure you
rabbit
look
hole.
at the back of the packaging because that's where the comic is attached to. If that back of the packaging is messed up on the toy, then
Yes,
yeah. So there you go.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Otto, any last
Yeah.
words?
You know, well, JB's talking about stock markets and everything like that. Like, that's way over my head. I just want you to know that tomorrow night we are reopening Otto's Grotto. That's right. 3 Men in the Basement. We're going to the grotto. The bar will be open. We will be populated. There will be people down there. That's right. Look at that. That's a nice looking shirt, buddy. There we go. So the grotto will be open tomorrow. I've got a 25 box CGC unboxing to do. Roger's got a boxed Heroes to do. So, like in the old days, we're going to be sitting behind the bar at the grotto, and I can't wait. So,
I'm rich,
hope-
bitch.
I hope everybody can join us, and it's going to be a great night. So, thank you very much for having me on tonight. It was a great show talking about all those things. So, yeah, short box Bernie. We're going to have a bouncer at the door. No, just kidding.
Is Bernie 1869 coming back?
Yeah, he might show up. He always
Okay.
sneaks in the back door, you know.
Oh,
Who
that's
likes
what
in
she
the back
said.
door?
Yeah,
All
well,
right.
you know.
Thanks for joining us, boys and girls. I will ship out all the stuff tomorrow, and I would try to email you or message you with the tracking numbers. Hopefully, I can get to the post office tomorrow. I can tell things are starting to get back to normal, or at least things are getting closer to normal because I'm on like 4 or 5 conference calls every day now with meetings. So the work is getting nuts. So much for taking naps in the afternoon. Now. Ugh, people calling me from
Man,
work. Jesus,
Back
but-
to normal.
yeah. Hey, but thanks for joining us, guys. I will try to be on Small Screen Co. tomorrow for Super Team Megaforce, which is myself, Sil Abdul, Mikey Sutton, that guy James, and Small Screen Co. Edward. We talk all things movie scoops and movie news over on Edward's channel, and that's at 5 p.m. Pacific, which is like 3 a.m. UK time where Edward is. So I would try to make it, but Fridays at 5 p.m. I may be a little impaired, so we'll see how that comes out. It normally turns out pretty interesting when I start trying to talk, but even like now when I can't talk. But thank you guys all for joining us, and if I see you, Otto, on 3 Men in the Basement tomorrow, or myself on Small Screen Co. tomorrow. If not, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back on Tuesday for the top 10 list, man. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Bye.
Now let's do this. Rewind, select and come again. Pull up that from the top to the very last. Jump, 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 jump.
Who are you to make their lives bitter in hard bondage? In this you shall know that the Lord is faithful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, do it! We're here! We're back! Word up!
Let's do a job.
You can't get fresher than this.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 5 greatest heroes.
fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too